Good afternoon, travelers. Yes, I said it afternoon because we slept in and it is almost noon.
With this being our last day of vacation and in Singapore, we opted to sleep in a little bit later than usual today. We've actually been up for a couple hours, but we've just been hanging out at the hotel just because we don't have to check out until noon. And with our flight being at 1:20 in the morning, we thought, let's just get as much sleep as we could. So from here, we're going to check out in a few minutes and then go get some lunch and explore Chinatown, Little India, and then maybe hit up the Botanic Gardens before making our way somewhere for dinner and then to the airport. So that's what we have in store today.
First up, Maxwell Food Center. We're gonna find some lunch. Not as nice as La Passat, but still pretty nice for a hawker center. The end of a trip is always so weird. I'm ready to get back to my own bed. I'm ready to get back to our apartment, but I'm definitely not ready to get back to work, get back to teaching. But at the same time, I can't see us traveling full time. I don't think that I can be a backpacker or just quit my job and travel for a long period of time. It just gets really tiring, and then I feel like it just feels like a job. How do you guys feel about that? Like, how do you feel when you see people and they're like, I'm quitting my job and I'm going to travel the world? Do you even take those people seriously? Like, do you even think it's realistic? As I get older, I feel like maybe it's just because my priorities are changing. I want to have a family soon. But I feel like having a home base is so important, and I feel like you don't get that when you travel full time. You're just moving from place to place, and as exciting as that is, it's hard to say that I would feel completely fulfilled if we did that. Caleb coming with the goods. We decided to start with some chicken rice because it is the dish of Singapore, so looks pretty good. Is that soup?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is.
And then we got a plate of bok choy with oyster sauce on top. It looks like some crispy shallots on top too. So Caleb got two different types of chicken rice. He got roasted and steamed. And I'm not gonna lie, the roasted one looks way better, but you never know. Never know. Might surprise you. Yeah, this is the traditional chicken rice steamed. All of this food, the 2 plates of chicken rice and the plate of bok choy was 11 Singapore dollars.
The bok choy, this is freshly made. She took it right out, like it was like green, and then she flash steamed it. The sauce is oyster sauce. Yeah, and these crispy shallots. Solid as usual.
All right, Caleb is going to try the steamed chicken rice first.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. The sauce is kind of sweet. Chicken is not like warm, it's kind of cold.
Oh.
So it's good chicken. I mean, really moist.
I'm going to try the roasted chicken rice. That has a lot of flavor to it. It is cold, but it's not bad. The skin is not as crispy. It's still pretty good. And then it comes with this like vegetable medley on top. So if you are looking to eat some chicken rice, this is a great place to try it, especially if it's your first time. We went to the Tian chicken rice stall. So they're known for their chicken rice. So yeah, it's a pretty solid dish. So check it out when you come to Singapore. Welcome to Chinatown. We just finished with a short walk from where we got our chicken rice. But now we're going to explore a little bit, maybe go to a museum. Just kind of walk around and see what they have. One of the first things that we've noticed so far is the architecture is pretty sweet here. The windows are different colors and they look like a little bit run down, but still so charming.
It's called Patina.
It's called Patina. If you come to Chinatown in Singapore and you're not really sure what to do, there is this Chinatown Visitor Center. And it kind of breaks it up into different sections. and kind of tells you some cool things to see, mostly architecture, some churches. This is a pretty nicely laid out map. The map also shows the architectural styles of the shop houses, so we can kind of see the different styles. Pretty interesting. Looks like these are the second transitional buildings. Combination of Chinese and European styles. I can definitely see that. Very European influenced, I think. So now we are headed to the Buddha Tooth Relic Museum. Should be interesting to see what we find in here. There's a list of rules. It looks like photography is allowed. Free admission, but looks like I'm gonna have to wear a shawl or a sarong. Not only is it a museum, but it is also a temple. And this thing, I believe there is a tooth. The tooth of Buddha.
It's pretty epic in here.
Yeah. Architecture is pretty beautiful. And all the statues lined up. It's pretty crazy. We just went up to the 4th level where the tooth is, but photography was not allowed up there, so we just kind of walked around. It was pretty impressive to see the gold tiles, and the thing that was holding the tooth was made of gold as well. Now we're on the 3rd floor where there is a museum about Buddha. Photography is allowed, but no flash. So Buddha Sakyamuni gained enlightenment towards the path of emancipation. So he is known as the Buddha, which I'm pretty sure that's his tooth. That's up there. So it looks like this is just a bunch of different statues from around the world of this Buddha, Buddha Sakyamuni. Sakyamuni. He looks so calm for being surrounded by a 5-headed snake. Oh, it's because he's being protected. The Naga King. And then we come to the big burly Buddha. This guy. This is the one that eats all the offerings.
And someone says, "Can you give me a hand to this guy?" He says, "Sure."
And that is the end of the museum.
Sure is a very large and impressive building for sure, the inside and out. Fairly newly constructed. It hasn't been here too long, but very impressive and completely free. So if you get the chance, definitely check it out. It's probably one of the nicest museums / Buddhist temples that we've ever been to, for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, again, we don't believe in Buddhism in any way, shape, or form, but just admiring it for the aesthetics, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we found old Chester taking a nap. So in the museum, when we first walked into that first ground floor room, we thought that the tooth was inside that, I don't know, that little thing.
Yeah.
The little thing, the little container thing. It was actually on the 4th floor. It was pretty big.
There was no photography allowed, which is why we didn't show you.
Right. Yeah. There was no photography allowed on the 4th floor, but. Don't know if it's really the tooth of Buddha, but it looked like a pretty big tooth from where we were standing. Obviously, you can't get very close to it. It's behind glass and stuff, but now we are walking through Chinatown, just looking at all the different shops. Got a little piece of Japan all the way in Singapore. Singapore is definitely more expensive, significantly more expensive than Malaysia. But it's honestly probably comparable to Japan. At least Tokyo.
Okay, we made it to the end of Chinatown. Let's go to Little India.
We just got off at the Little India station and we found this Little India arts belt. Singapore isn't necessarily known for its art, but we've already seen some pretty cool street art here on this wall. Pretty cool.
The colorful buildings are another signature sign of Singaporean Little India. So we're gonna head down this way. This is the way of the Little India Arts Belt. Probably the most famous structure here in Little India, and it's right next to some dining options, including like an Indian hawker stall center, some shopping. Doesn't seem to be utilizing it to its full potential, I feel like. They could really market it a little better. And on the side here, it looks to be like the best preserved. Honestly, the front is a little more faded, maybe it gets more sun. But this side seems to hold up pretty well. A lot more color on this side, I feel like. And because the back is all blocked off back there, there's nobody back here. Some great Instagram shots back here, I'm sure. We are heading back down to the subway. Wasn't a lot to see in Little India, and we kind of knew that. We were particularly looking for the house, the really colorful house, and a few art pieces which we saw. So not a ton to see. So we're moving on now to the Botanic Gardens. So using the subways here in Singapore is pretty easy. You just buy one of these cards here, which is a standard ticket you get as soon as you buy your first trip, but it's reloadable. So you place your card on this scanner.
Press add trip.
And your trip. And you can either use a map or use a station name. Since we know the station we're going to, do this. And it has all of the station names, or if you know the line that you're going to be on, you can break it down by that. So we're in the downtown line, and we're going to the Botanic Gardens. And then the amount. And then just put the coins right in there. Ni San. And then it automatically loads the card, and then as soon as it goes green, you're good to go.
Then when you're ready to ride, tap and go. So we made it to the Botanic Gardens stop. Unfortunately, we did not see any lockers, so we have to carry our bags with us. The Singapore Botanic Gardens was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site on July 4th, 2015. Are you excited?
I'm super pumped.
Where are you going? Oh, Caleb's done. All right. Hey guys, we're at the Singapore Botanic Gardens. Let's go check it out.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now cue the epic music. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Welcome to Singapore Botanic Gardens.
A great place to spend an afternoon, especially with your backpack.
Have you got a 10-kilogram backpack that you can't get rid of? Well, sucks to be you.
The Singapore Botanic Gardens is the perfect place for you to walk around and sweat.
Especially when it's 88 degrees in August.
Maybe the National Parks HQ.
Oh.
Maybe they would have a luggage drop.
National Parks HQ. Nearly 1 kilometer from here. Visitor services at Bukit Timah Gate. Oh, I don't think so. They do have locker facilities right here at the visitor center. Unfortunately, we are here. Like a kilometer away. At least they have them. It's very green here. I don't know who gave them permission to make it so green. Gosh, you'd think it's like a botanic garden or something. This is my favorite here so far. Really enjoying this natural weeds along the huge bamboo. Man, that is phenomenal. It's too hot. It's too hot.
Must put down bag.
Relieve back.
Must go back to Japan now. Where is home?
We have arrived. Kelly is thrilled to finally have made it here to the visitor services at Nassim Gate and an epic fake waterfall.
Update time. We We were able to find a locker, and it was $3 for one locker. But I'm pretty sure you get it for all day. Now we are just resting. We got some sparkling Fuji apple. Sparkling.
It's like biting into a fresh, crisp apple. We have arrived at the Ginger Garden. And Kelly was telling me she is super pumped to get some ginger ale. She's heard that there is ginger ale at the Ginger Garden.
That is not true. I'm making that up. I did not.
Yeah, but they have the ginger ale tree. They actually have a couple different varieties of the ginger ale tree you might not know about. There's the Canada Dry species, the Schweppes version, Verner's. There's all sorts of different kinds. There it is, I found it. The plant name in many language, including Latin and English, is derived from Sanskrit. Singivera. Singavera, meaning horn body, presumably referring to the antler-like rhizome of the plant. There it is, right there. I have no idea if that's it or not. Is that that?
It might be babies.
Or is it this thing? No, that's a banana tree.
Look at this thing.
Whoa. Not a lot of people back here in the Ginger Garden. We've got it almost all to ourselves. Oh yeah. We got this ginger. We got that ginger right there. That's a big industrial ginger.
We brought some aquatic animals to release here, but unfortunately, there is a sign we can no longer release aquatic animals. Caleb, majestic.
Look at these cool flowers. You know what's not cool? We think that's human hair. That's pretty gross. You know what it is, leave a comment below. We are currently in the contemplation process of deciding whether or not we are going to go inside the National Orchid Garden. It is the only part of the Botanic Gardens that actually costs money, and it is $5 per person.
Well, I think I know what I'd rather spend money on.
I know, too.
Ice cream.
I can see orchids right here. I mean, who needs to go inside when you got beautiful orchids right out here for free? Also running a little tight on cash and we need to save money for dinner.
Let's go find that ice cream.
Okay, so we just picked up these green popsicles that Kelly was looking for. Solero split, half lime, half vanilla, all delicious.
Country of origin? Thailand.
These babies right here, $3 a piece.
Oh yeah.
We're paying Disney prices.
Whoa. It's so cold. So good. Solid.
Is it worth $3?
I don't know if it's worth $3.
How much would you pay for this normally?
$1.
So we have gotten our fill of the Singapore Botanic Gardens. Wasn't bad. It was nice.
No, it just feels like, it doesn't feel like other botanic gardens that I've been to. It feels more of just like an open park rather than a garden.
So even though it's only like 4:15, we are going to head to the airport. And if there's ever an airport to be stuck in for a long time, it would be this one, the #1 airport in the world, with a movie theater, lots of restaurants, free Wi-Fi. So it shouldn't be too bad.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Let's go to the airport. We have arrived back at the airport. We just got off the train. We're looking at the map, trying to find the movie theater, because there's a movie theater in Terminal 3.
Yes.
But we passed a gentleman who was trying to help us, and he asked.
Well, he was yelling at, he was like, "Can I help you? Can I help you?"
He didn't work at the airport. He was
No.
just like a normal citizen trying to help us. And I said, "Where's the movie theater?" And what did he say?
Boogie? The boogie?
I said, "The movie theater."
The boogie?
He thought I said boogie.
And then he was like, "No, you have to either go out or see a movie in the airport. And we're like, yeah, I
That's what we're
know.
trying to do. Yeah, welcome to Changi.
So this airport has the world's first Mr. Bean themed playground. This is so weird. Why would they make a Mr. Bean themed playground? No, I just don't get it. I don't understand how it's Mr. Bean themed other than they're just pictures of Mr. Bean and then there's some teddies hanging on that thing. That is the weirdest playground I've ever seen. I don't know that I would ever trust Mr. Bean with my children.
We are stopping for a little snack at Milk and Honey. Gonna get ourselves some frozen yogurt with a bunch of honey on top. So that's what Kelly's getting us right now. It's $6.80, so hopefully it's not the smallest portion.
The Royal Honey, it was $6.80 and it has, I think it has vanilla frozen yogurt, honey jelly, honey sauce, and then this like honey crisp over here, and a honey stick.
There's one thing I love. It's honey. Only better than this would be maple.
So we made it inside. And there's also popcorn pieces. Oh, it's like caramel popcorn. Next up on our Changi Airport food tour, we are at the O Coffee House, and the place is pretty nice. It's a sit-down place, so they do have waiters and waitresses here. It's a little more pricey, but they have this thing called a waffle stacker. It looks amazing. The waffle flavor of the day is charcoal. Nothing says delicious like a charcoal waffle. Well, our waffle stacker has arrived and it looks pretty huge.
Some bacon. Whoa, it looks like real bacon.
What? It does look like real bacon and scrambled eggs. And then it comes with syrup and more butter on the side. But this looks so good. That's good. Best decision all day.
The syrup looks a little different.
Yeah, it doesn't. It tastes different.
It's like grade B.
This airport is amazing. It is so huge, but it doesn't feel like.
Like a small city.
Yeah, it feels easy to navigate and easy to find your way around it.
There are 3 terminals. We're building a 4th.
Wow, do you hear that? Once you're in transit, you can go from terminal to terminal. So there are 2 movie theaters in this airport, in Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. And we fly out of Terminal 1, so we were a little bit worried that we wouldn't be able to take advantage of the movie theater. We'll be able to go to any of the other terminals once you're in transit. So we are on our way to check in. We just checked the status of our flight and it said that early check-in is available. So let's go check in, shall we?
I feel like I'm driving this. Yes, we have arrived.
We made it through immigration and they were some of the nicest people. When we first walked into the doors of the departure area, the man looked at my passport and said, "Thank you, Kelly. Have a nice flight." He called me by name. He actually looked at my name and registered that I have a name. So far, this is definitely the best airport I have ever been in.
Agreed.
So on the 3rd floor of Terminal 2, there is an entertainment deck. So you have to walk all the way to the end. They have rooms, shower, hair services, massage, beauty services, and nail services here at this Ambassador Transit Hotel. They have a cafe and a garden. Oh wow, look at that huge fish. Oh, and they also have a gym. So if you want to get a workout, you are able to do that as well. They have a gaming room. Here we go. Movie theater. Right outside the movie theater is the Sunflower Garden.
The Sunflower Garden is open air. You can look out and see all the planes. This is pretty cool. The sky deck. Beautiful. So we just finished up over at, what was that called again? The entertainment deck?
Yes.
We never did actually watch a movie at the movie theater because the movie selection choices were meh. We ended up playing some PS3. I played Top Spin Tennis and Kelly was playing Marvel Adventures.
Lego
Marvel.
Lego. Well, we've taken advantage of the entertainment deck. We got some foot massages with those free massage chairs at our gate. And we are going to grab a little something to eat before we start boarding, which is going to be in about half an hour. But I'm going to end the vlog here, so thank you for watching our Malaysia and Singapore adventures. If you liked them, please give them all a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and we definitely have a lot more adventures planned. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.